Hello, everybody. At this time, we are talking about strategy evaluation. Strategy evaluation is a crucial process that assesses how effectively a chosen strategy is achieving its intended company objectives. It involves a systematic examination of both a business internal and external environments to ensure that strategic plans remain relevant. By consistently reviewing the strategies, businesses can assess if their efforts align with their goals and make a necessary adjustment. And then, why is strategy evaluation important? Regularly checking in on your strategic performance keeps everyone in your business aligned with top priorities. Manage effectively. Ongoing strategic evaluation ensures you're always updated with the right information at the right time, allowing you to tweak your corporation strategy and stay adaptive to market and business changes. At Quantive, we believe this process should be an always on activity. Continuous strategy evaluation helps you stay on top of key business performance metrics, ready to switch gears when needed. And then we move to participants of the strategy evaluation. The first participant, the board of directors, takes on the formal role of reviewing and screening the executive decisions in light of their environmental, business, and organizational implications. Although they are not directly involved in the evaluation and control of the strategy implementation process, they periodically take part in reviewing the organization's performance and results. And then, second, middle level managers carry out tasks assigned to them by SBU heads or the strategic planning group and provide them with feedback and information. They will also be participating in the corrective actions in the case of midterm revisions in the implementation process. And then third, chief executives are responsible for all the administrative tasks of strategy evaluation and control. And fourth, financial controller, company secretaries, and external and internal auditors, responsible for operational control based on financial analysis, budgeting, and reporting. And then we move to the process of strategy evaluation. The first, setting clear objectives. Before diving into evaluation, it is essential to establish clear, measurable objectives. These objectives serve as benchmark against which performance can be assessed. Goals should follow the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. These clarity, allows for focused evaluation efforts rather than vague assessment. And then second, data collection methods. Once objectives are set, the next step is gathering data. These are various methods to collect data for strategy evaluation, including surveys and feedback forms, performance metrics, and market analysis. By utilizing combination of the methods, you can gain a comprehensive views of how well a strategy is performing. For effective data collection techniques, you can refer to this guide on evaluating strategies. And then third, analyzing results. After collecting data, the next step is to analyze it. This involves looking for trends, patterns, and insights that inform your understanding of strategy performance. Here, you ask questions like what worked well? Are there external factors influencing outcomes? And what didn't yield the expected result? And then we move to techniques used for strategy evaluation and control. The first techniques, financial analysis. This entails the examination of financial indicators, including profitability, return on investment, cash flow, and other significant financial ratios. Key ratios utilized in strategy evaluation encompasses return on investment, sales growth, project margin, market share, return on equity, earnings per share, debt to equity ratio, and asset growth. And then second, planning. Scenario planning entails the analysis of multiple and varied future scenarios to analyze and assess the resilience of strategies. It takes into account the potential upcoming changes in the business environment and evaluates how strategies would fare under different circumstances. And then third, SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis serves as a framework employed to evaluate an organization's about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. By assessing internal factors as well as external factors, strategic issues can be identified. And then fourth, benchmarking. This technique involves comparing an organization's performance against industry peers or best practices. It aids in the identification of crucial performance gaps and areas for improvement by analyzing how successful companies achieve their desired outcomes. And fifth, balance scorecard. The balance scorecard functions as a tool for measuring performance across multiple dimensions. It extends beyond financial indicators and considers aspects such as customer satisfaction, internal processes, and learning within the organization. By adopting a holistic approach to performance measurement, it offers a comprehensive view of strategy implementation. And then we move to criteria for evaluating strategies. The first, about internal consistency. Internal consistency is the strategy's ability to work with other strategies and policies at the company. You can determine if a strategy meets this standard by comparing it to other existing policies. A strategy is internally consistent if it doesn't contradict any existing policies and performs a unique function that helps further the organization's goals. Second, workability. Workability is a strategy's ability to complete the function that it's meant to perform. For example, if you implement a recycling strategy meant to reduce waste at your organizations by 30%, you can check to see how well it helps your companies reduce waste. You can evaluate workability by looking at performance data, interviewing people who work with the strategy, and handling out surveys. And then third, consistency with the environment. Environmental consistency relates to how well a policy interacts with the environment around it. An organization's environment is any outside influence that a company interacts with and can include customers' opinion, other organizations, and new technologies. For example, if you're evaluating a marketing strategy for selling hats, you can look at the latest fashion trends and what your target audience usually wears to determine consistency with the environment. I think it is enough. Thanks for watching.